Don't be black. Be white. Be quack.
So the black guy with the duck. Oh, wait, dang it, no! I forgot. Today's Hitler's birthday and it's also 420. I was going to post a Photoshop picture of like Hitler getting high on Facebook. I'm going to do that real quick. Google images, here I come.
I don't know why, but exclaiming, it's Hitler's birthday!
I got so excited when I found that out today on our walk. Jules was like,
I do that yesterday when it was Easter 420 and Hitler's birthday on the same day.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just like the first thing I saw on like Twitter.
Smoking weed
like,
with zombie
it's
Jesus.
Hitler's birthday.
Family Guy, I don't give a fuck.
Fuck Family Guy. Family Guy was good for the first run.
That's how everything is.
And then it got resurrected. Seth MacFarlane is a big douche, and now it sucks.
Nah, he got cocky. That's all.
Yeah.
I
you got a big.
Into a big fat
Got a
cock.
big ego.
Series I'm watching right now is Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. It's really good.
I'm actually not watching anything right now.
Me neither.
have nothing.
I watch very little.
No, I didn't.
I'm finishing up Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Well, I see.
Daredevil's good.
I don't
Everyone's
watch
talking
TV.
about how great Daredevil is.
It is pretty good. I don't watch TV. The only reason I watch TV is because he puts on TV, and then my computer's right next to the TV.
The thing I like about
so I have to
Daredevil
watch it.
is that the fights look somewhat real. Like,
Well,
yeah,
they-
you can
I've heard that he loses a lot of fights.
slugging it out.
He does.
Yeah, it's good that he does.
Looks
He's a very
like
blind man
people-
runs into
It looks like people flailing and slugging each other, which what a real fight looks like. Not
Well,
like
also
Yeah.
what I like
some
about
Russian
it,
mob guy's not gonna know kung fu. You know,
the
they're just gonna
thing
be
I
punching
like
each other.
also is after he like beats them all to the ground, then they all get up.
Yeah, they
because,
get up
like,
like
that
5
one,
times.
yeah, that one like excessively long.
Yeah, the one where he
It was
took the
just
guy
one
through the door.
shot. That was
Yeah,
cool.
to like save that one kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That was a
like,
good one.
I-
It was
yeah,
very
very much.
unnecessarily long.
That was in
fight
like one of
scene.
the first episodes, right?
That was
Yeah,
like
then
second
you-
episode, I think.
I'm gonna post this on
I'll let you
Facebook and
sell.
not explain.
I want to see. Oh shit, legs.
I'm not gonna say anything. Hey, you! Yeah, it's, fuck off, security. I don't care about privacy.
Right now I'm just basically watching Harvey Birdman, if you can move in a little bit. Daredevil and Vikings. That's good.
There's a new season coming out.
Oh yeah, it's been
So
it's like
many
pretty much
weird
done. They're like on
things.
episode like 9.
It's been a
I
while.
didn't catch up again.
majority of the weird shit, but I don't.
I don't.
I leave it there as long as I need it.
My photo albums are long.
I just link to the image rather than downloading it, uploading it.
Yeah.
No, I don't have to deal with it.
I'm not gonna say anything.
So many people are gonna be like,
What?
Did you get him smoking a joint?
I got him doing this to a big pot leaf.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking for a joint in his mouth. He just posted a
Oh,
picture
yeah, there
of
it is.
Adolf Hitler just doing that, and I was just like, oh.
Merry 420, everyone.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
This is the thing about Vikings, so it's good because it's so fast paced. But if you miss one episode, you don't know.
I don't really like it because Vikings were sort of violent. They killed a lot of people.
I heard a dude on the train talking about that on the phone next to me. He was like, yeah, so I just finished watching, I don't even remember what it was. He finished watching. He's like, also check out Vikings, dude. It's fucking sweet. And I was like, oh, okay.
Did you turn at them and say, my friend Jules Pavliska watches that? I'll give you his phone number and you can call him up, have a conversation with him about it.
I'll talk more about Amtrak when we actually start because I have a story to do. Oh, we gotta do our introduction and shit.
Hey guys, all that shit you were listening to is stuff we said from our mouths. I'm Joel, also known on the internet as Randy Savage, or sometimes as Lebowski. You never know.
Never know with this man.
I'm Harlan, also known as Very New 1, or in some situations, Ferris 2. That's fuck Trent.
Too?
Fuck you,
I
Trent.
haven't heard that one.
Oh no, whenever I play stuff with Trent, that's what I put my name.
Oh.
I'm Austin, and I guess usually on the internet I'm Blood Paul.
He's a
Yeah, that's
blood
what I
ball.
put you as always.
I'm Ian, otherwise known as USN CAP 96,
Go
USN
America.
Guy, or some other.
That's a really
Marine-
long, like a confusing.
Well, you're
username.
Hematoma
Marine
Falafel
Navy
Patrol.
bullshit.
Oh,
but
yeah,
from-
you're
as far as
Hematoma Falafel.
okay, thank you. As far as the future is concerned, I am Hematoma Falafel Patrol. All right,
Okay.
there you go.
I'm Tyler, also known as Coco Cat Lord, king of all things feline.
He
Just
is.
putting that out there.
Do you have 4 cats plus 2 strays that you feed?
I have 13
I
cats.
tried living in the same
They're all
room with the
strays.
cat, and it didn't work out. And I kicked
Well,
him
you're
out.
And they
not a
also
good
don't let me
rabbit
touch them.
owner,
They
that's
just
for
kind of
sure.
live around. Hey, it's not my fault!
Wait, what?
The rabbit
Rabbit
died.
and it's,
Jumped into the ceiling fan. I told you guys.
Now it's yours.
yeah,
Alright.
I'm Jules. I only have one name on the internet. I'm not a freak. It's Baby Juelis. Thank you very much.
He's Mexican. Hey, someone bumped into the mic. That was me. Sorry.
Yeah,
That's just a little love
Fucking
bump.
Tyler.
It's fine. There's no pipes.
I'm guessing we should go over some of those things we brought up in the list.
Who's got the list?
The list.
Pull up the list.
We brought up, made a big list of things.
We made a list.
Made a list of things to talk about.
made the list.
Yeah, because we need a list.
We made the list of.
When we don't have a list of things to talk about, we stand around and stare at each other.
Take their TVs.
A little longingly, but yeah, we do stare.
Yeah.
I'm pulling it up.
Alright.
And it's...
This is basically what we do if we don't have a list.
Yeah, there's a list. I found the list.
Guys, tits or ass?
Ass.
That was on the list,
Ass.
wasn't it?
Ass. that was
both.
on the
Yeah.
list, I know.
Why not
So I
both?
just
Yeah,
thought of it.
both.
Ass.
No, I'm more
Depends.
of an ass guy. I wouldn't really.
Yeah.
She didn't
So
really.
both.
Well, I'm not both. I lean more towards ass, but boobs are okay. It's
Yeah.
like
Well,
like
they're a nice
75%
thing.
I hate
ass,
boobs. I only like
25%
girls with no boobs. No.
You also like it if they have a wiener instead of a vagina.
Yeah.
I like men.
But I'm not gay.
but I'm not good.
But speaking of wieners, Putin's wiener, big or small?
I feel like he's got a.
I think he's got a chub, man.
You know what I think? I think
I-
that's
I'm not-
average.
I don't know
average.
why, but I imagine him being uncircumcised, even though he's probably,
No, he is because
He's
I saw a
Orthodox.
I saw a
You
video.
saw his dick? Wow.
No, yeah. No.
He's like, I have a foreskin.
No.
Don't slam the table, faggot.
Sorry. All right, no. So, I saw a thing where like from 15 years ago, like his first year in office,
So
at
it was
like
15
a par
he had
at
a
it-
15-year
it-
younger wiener at the.
Yeah, but it was at
That
like a
looked different.
parliamentary meeting, and they were gonna have it was a bill about like it had something to do with circumcision, and someone in the Russian parliament put forth like a bill or that was like gonna ban or make restrictions on circumcision,
Yeah.
and he was like adamantly opposed to it, and he made some comment about like fine, if you pass this bill, then you get to deal with all the faggots getting AIDS or something like that. Something like really like crazy and insensitive. But yeah,
Wow.
he definitely does not have a foreskin. Someone can look that up later if you want.
Who's,
I'll probably find it.
foreskin?
We do. Harlan, you're the fact checker.
I'm also the one whose phone is dead, so I can't check anything.
Yeah, I left
You
my
have a
phone.
fucking
running.
computer.
I want to find
Over
some,
there.
Oh, I didn't mean
artist
right now.
illustrations of Putin porn.
I bet you there's some out there.
I'm
There's probably
sure
a
there
whole
is.
bunch.
But that doesn't
Okay,
answer the question. Big or small?
I think he's got a big one.
I think he's got a big one.
Maybe on the bigger side. I don't think he
Bigger
has a
side.
huge one, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying
It's
average.
ghostly pale. Too, I'm
average,
sure.
average
Yeah,
big.
I'd say
All
6
Russians
to
are pale.
5.5. I think he's a like I don't know.
I was thinking
I
more
just-
like 7. He's got one of the, you know,
I think shorter but fat. You know.
stout.
Yeah.
Stout cock.
Oh,
What's next?
Let's
get through
let's
this.
go with. Well, let's just do the next one. The State
let's
of the
just
Union.
Work all the way to
State of the Union?
Put that.
That's
you put that
boring.
there, right?
No, I didn't.
Let's skip
That
that.
was me.
Oh, that.
Harlan, you put
We
it there.
need to address the State of the Union.
Okay.
Like Obama.
Okay, talk, Harlan. You put it there.
Yeah,
We
you
can talk
talk.
about it.
So, what did Obama say the State of the Union is last time? I didn't watch.
I never watched.
I just saw the
Harlan-
Gregory Brothers remix.
I'm a
from 1999.
stupid non-patriot boy. What's the Union? What's the State of the Union?
I don't know because I didn't watch. I thought one of you watched. That's why I put it there.
Let's skip it.
There.
Bowling. Cool or lame?
Ooh.
Bowling?
I feel like it's so much
Cousin.
fun. It's so satisfying to knock down all those pins.
Yeah.
I
I like bowling.
I say
Yeah,
bowling's
and also,
cool.
in almost every bowling alley, there's a full bar.
There's a full
Yeah.
bar. They have arcade. They got pool tables too sometimes.
The only
Dude,
problem-
you're wearing a
is
dude
it's-
shirt right now.
Yeah,
It's
man.
laid back, you know. It's
Yeah,
not,
only-
it's not a serious
I
sport.
mean,
no one gets really
young
mad.
people can do it. You'll see all age groups there. You'll
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
some old guys, see new
Furries.
guys, you know,
All
some
kinds
They
of
usually have
people, too.
arcades as well.
Yeah.
You'll see this old wise man, you know, playing, or you'll
Why
see
don't we
this-
all go
The
to a
only-
bowling alley, get some pitchers of beer, and
Yeah.
knock some pins over?
The only
Okay.
drawback is those fucking shoes.
Yeah.
Last time I
Bring
went
your
to
own,
last
man.
time I went to but I'm a size 12. Last time I went they only have like
Oh,
one.
my.
Great, good for you. But they have
So am I.
last time I went to
Austin
one.
has no shoe problems.
Fine, shut the fuck up. Let me make my point. Last time I went to one, last 2 times I went to one because it was the same one in Columbus, Mississippi. I was at Captain.
Yeah.
We went to a bowling alley both
That's why I
years.
went to Mississippi.
Yeah, and yeah, so dirt poor is on an Air Force base though, so they should have fucking hard-working taxpayer dollars to pay for this. No, but they had the only size 12 they had. They were both lefts, so I had to wear.
You probably looked like a big idiot. Just like,
I had lopsided shoes.
If
Did
I,
it
Anyway.
affect your
That's all
game?
like a
Did you
personal
lose?
Yeah.
Did you lose?
And actually, I fucked up our team. Yeah, I did really bad.
Wait.
I was doing really good. The first time we did it, I was doing really good, but that was just for fun. And then we had like a serious match. We were doing staff versus like students because I was on staff. And it was just like 4 of us on staff versus like 8 students. And I sucked ass. I got like a 29.
Did you guys use
I
the safety
just got
rails?
gutters the
Did
whole
you use-
time.
Oh, you got
No, we're not pussies.
See,
We
when
don't-
I was a little kid, that's when I usually bowl. I haven't went bowling in like probably at least 8, 9 years.
Last time I went bowling was
birthday.
when Kevin'd me.
Oh wow.
That was ages ago.
I go bowling like once a year.
No, but when we
it's
were
always
little-
like it's never by myself.
When
It's
we
always
went
somebody.
bowling,
I actually have a good bowling story.
Oh, go.
Last time I went bowling was my birthday, and the night before we came there, someone got murdered. We were all walking to the bowling alley. You can see the chalk outline of the guy who got shot.
yellow
He tried
blanket
to.
over him.
It was some stupid thing. He tried to rob a convenience store. I don't think he had any guns or anything on him, but he had. I think it was like a fake stick of dynamite or some
Oh yeah, it was
bomb
a bomb
like that.
threat.
Yeah. So he robs the store. Or no, the store had like a bulletproof like window and stuff. So he like bangs on it. He has like an airsoft gun with the tip painted. And he's just like, let me in there, and it's like, fuck you, guy. This can't shoot through this glass. So the guy just he just kept trying until the guy called the police. Once the guy kept trying again until the police showed up. Then he pulls out this like fake bomb or something. He's like, I'll blow this place up. Bam! They just get shot like immediately. And they're like, oh, the bomb's fake. But
Texas for you.
that's
Yeah.
not. Why would you pull out a bomb? Like you just went from robber to like terrorist man immediately. That's
No,
not-
you went from like meth addict to terrorist meth addict.
Terrorist method.
So yeah, we're all walking in like with all my friends.
Did
we're
we
walking
just-
by the.
Did we cancel it or did we go to a different one?
Well, the night I remember,
Or did we
Mom and I
go
like
to-
drove up, like early in the morning to like register or something. I don't know, but like I remember they had all the cars out still and like stuff, and then we were like, oh, and then when we came back in, there was the chalk layout of the dude like right in front of the bowling alley.
That would scare me.
I remember a while back I read about this lady. She was a terrorist, but nobody was gonna happen until like her bomb misfired because she had the detonator attached to a burner phone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the phone company, it was like St. Patty's Day or Easter or something. So the company sent that phone a text saying Happy Easter. And
Happy Easter.
and so nobody knew she was planning on blowing anything up until like the bomb went off, killed her, and
Oh.
they found all of her plans and everything.
Yeah.
That's fucking a Darwin Award at work.
The computer that sent that text probably saved some lives.
Yeah, let's
What
let's
is-
give it the Medal of Honor.
Well, that brings up another topic on here. What do you think of our complete and total failures at all thing technical? All of our
Is
technical
this
failures.
gonna work?
Yeah. If you're hearing this, then congratulations.
Yeah.
You're witnessing something.
We've done
special.
something right.
Well, you
Finally.
learn from your mistakes. I guess we've learned
For example,
a lot since our
don't
last
hit
one.
on women at 1 a.m. by dark alleyways. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, they're usually
What do they do usually, Ian?
Well, unless you want a hooker, then
Yeah.
go for it.
Well, no, just like regular women.
This is some mom with her kids. Hey,
Yeah.
hey baby.
Is it some nun in the alleyways? Hey, want to get some Jesus?
I don't know. When you said that, I imagined like a
A soccer
rapist,
mom.
but he's awkward rapist.
Awkward
An
rapist.
awkward rapist who's awkward at his job.
That sounds like a Seth MacFarlane comedy. That last one episode.
Thanks.
Well, now
I
we're
guess.
now we're really pressured. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think about failures. You learn from your mistakes.
You learn from your mistakes.
Often failures are sad, miserable people.
Next
Christian.
topic, please.
Let's go with what would Africa be like if they had water?
I think they'd be a superpower.
Yeah.
I mean, you need water to make power.
Well,
Yeah.
they wouldn't die as much. That's for sure.
Well, that's cool. That's a neat thing, Jules. They repopulate at the same speed of their death, maybe faster.
That's why Evil's spreading so fast.
I don't know. Is it like the fact that I don't have any birth control down there, or is it like I don't know? If I was starving, I was like, last thing I need is 10 kids.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe they have kids.
If they had water, they could drown them too.
Yeah.
Population.
There's only a couple of cannibal tribes still existing. They're like in the south.
I didn't say eat them. I just said drown them.
I said eat 'em.
They're like in the
Joel
mid-east,
Lee
southeast area region. I can't remember what it's called.
Angry middle class moms in the middle of a divorce know how to drown their kids. They should go and start schools.
They know how to drown their kids.
They
Yeah.
should be the
Teach
ones
me
starting.
about it.
That's like the norm, you know.
Where? Here?
Yeah, in America. I don't fucking know what.
I didn't know about this.
We need to do something about this.
Yeah.
So far, We brought up
I think
terrorists,
Africa has enough water. It's just too many dang safari animals drinking all of it.
Yeah.
Too many zebra, too many wildebeest.
Well, you know, they're
Most of the
endangered. It
water
won't
is
take long to
really
finish the
good.
job.
Mhm.
So.
It's full of monkey shit.
Monkey brains.
So, expanding on that topic, do you think that California is going to turn into Africa now that they're out of water?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
gonna.
They're all these beautiful looking California hipster people are gonna slowly turn black.
They can no longer buy sunscreens.
Yeah.
I'm going to Hollywood Boulevard. That's like the worst fake Nigerian accent.
Oh, that's all I can do.
Joel, we're cultured and
Oh,
sensitive.
computer!
We are cultured. We are multicultural and sensitive people.
We're sensitive. I listen to public radio.
Yeah.
We're all white.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Except for
Jules,
Jules. Jules has some black in him.
I've laid out in the sun a long time when I was a little
Actually,
kid.
might have some black in it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
We don't. You don't know if it's black or Native American.
I think one of our ancestors had a love child with a slave. So
Yeah.
we're like a rape child.
And unlike
Moving
Ben
on.
Affleck, we aren't ashamed to say.
Oh yeah,
Ben Affleck, he tried to hide it.
So they
which
found
makes
out
it
that
weird.
his like great grandpa was a slave trader.
Yeah.
And then when they found out, he tried to hide it like it was a dirty secret.
That's
If someone found out that my great grandpa was a slave trader, I'd be like, okay, he was. I'm not.
I'd embrace it and shout it out to the world.
I found out. I got my own slaves. Maybe since Ben Affleck was trying to hide it, maybe he does have slaves.
Yeah.
Ah,
Sure, him and Matt Damon.
You know he's got
They're
a.
starting
No, they got a
slave
sweat. They have a sweatshop in their basement.
What do they make?
Uh,
What would Ben Affleck make with slave labor?
T-shirt on his face.
That's a good idea. What would he
I
make?
actually don't know that much about Ben Affleck.
I know he's
I've
gonna play
never seen
Batman.
it.
I
He's
don't know
just
if
a-
he's gonna do a good
You've
job.
never seen Argo?
Nope.
I still haven't.
I don't watch
Argo.
movies.
When
haven't seen it either.
see, look, that's the same thing. When someone asks me if I've seen Argo, I say no, and they're like,
It was good. I liked it.
I liked it.
I'm
I'm just happy for him that his fucking like career doesn't suck ass anymore.
I think we should have sent I know the story of Argo. I think we should have just invaded them to get those people out. Since
Yeah,
they
that
were-
that's
would
what
work.
George Bush would have done.
Just airbomb the whole site.
You know what I would've
Chris
sent?
Virus.
You know what though? They did do a military operation like a few months before the
Black Hawk
the
Down.
Argo plan.
Yeah, Black
It-
Hawk-
no, dude,
Black
it was
Hawk.
fucking. It was like super pathetic. Like they tried flying in like 13. What were they called? The Green Giants or whatever. The giant ass helicopters
Gremlin?
that we don't use anymore.
Oh, the Chinooks?
No, not Chinooks.
Oh.
They were like retired in like the early 80s.
I know what
No,
you're
no,
talking.
no,
I know it.
some
It's
old
this big
fat-
ass bulky thing.
Yeah, this big ass bulky helicopter.
It sort
that
of
we
looks
used in
like an
Vietnam.
English Merlin.
Yeah, it looks like a Merlin.
Yeah.
It was our version of the Merlin pretty
Pretty
much.
much.
And we used those in Vietnam. So they sent a bunch of those in, and they tried to have like this weird covert mission, and they had like trucks set up
should
and
probably
stuff
stop
that
that
they
from
found.
audio.
And like
Yeah,
nothing,
cut that out.
Nothing worked.
Yeah.
Like 2 of their helicopters just broke or something, and like 10 people died, and it was almost all just because of mechanical failures because their trucks and planes weren't working.
Yeah.
It was really sad.
One
Well,
thing.
well, I would have sent in the Argo thing. I would have sent the X-Men.
Yeah.
That's who I would have sent.
I think.
They would have gotten. They would have gotten it.
But the classic X-Men, he
classic.
would bump into an Arab guy, and the Arab guy would start yelling at him, was like, "Why you?" And they would start fighting.
Yeah.
Those comics are so weird. There was a
Tell
so,
him, Jules.
okay, so Angel, the blonde handsome man of the group, he was getting yeah.
Or Ian.
Anyway, he was
Big
getting
old
tackled
zip.
down by like a bunch of girls
And
who wanted his
scars.
autograph, and then Jean like gets kind of like jealous, but I don't really know. She just says like, "Hey, you guys cut that out." She like flies over, lifts up all the civilians, puts them up on like this dangerous roof, and then they fly away together.
You're just a kid, just there, and you see this weird lady fly in, pick up people, put them on a roof, and fly away.
They lost
No
the-
contact.
So like, they lost one battle, and the cover, of course, since it's like from the '60s, it's like, "You'll never believe this! The X-Men actually lose a fight," and then they're just like, "It's like we're not lying. Buy our issue, 12 cents." And then so like it's just weird. I don't know.
I always like that, how they always like trick kids. They're like I don't know, I'm just gonna throw a random superhero out there. The Incredible Hulk, he dies, and it's just
Yeah.
like he dies.
Did you ever watch? I think I
he
did. I
doesn't.
think I put
Yeah,
it up
you
on
showed
the
it to
stream
us.
once. Yeah, the Superman, Death
Yeah.
and Resurrection of
Yeah.
Superman. Yeah, there was a part in there
They had a
where
money
he
orgy,
puts.
I think.
There was a part in there where the guy puts up every single Marvel and DC character. No, not Marvel. Just every single DC character that's died and come back to life.
Yeah.
It's literally every DC character.
Well,
Except Batman.
No, Batman too.
He died.
They did a comic. well, some asshole who loves comics who hears this can go look it up, but I'm almost certain Batman died at some point, or supposedly died, and then was like, oh, I wasn't dead, and coming back to life in another issue. All it is a gimmick to sell comics.
Well,
I think
DC does this a lot. Marvel, like, when they have a death of a superhero, that it's not like usually to sell things. It's because they kind of, it's like alternate universe type thing, you know?
Yeah.
They have so many universes.
Just that's just Deus Ex Machina at work.
Yeah, but you know, DC, it's every time, like, if you look at it, every time their prices go low, they'll kill off someone, make them high again. That's kind of what then they'll resurrect them, but they don't put it in an alternate universe, which is kind of, I don't know, I might be wrong.
How did we get here? What were we talking about?
It doesn't matter.
The X-Men.
The 70s.
Well, no, I said that we're gonna send in the X-Men.
Well, we talked. Then someone mentioned Ben Affleck. How do we get there?
Slaves.
Ben Affleck.
And how do we get the slaves?
We got
Africa.
slaves
Africa.
because
Okay, we were
Africa-
talking about Africa with water, and then we started.
If Africa
No,
had
no, no.
water,
And then we started talking
Ben
about
Affleck
black.
would be the king of the Congo.
We started talking about black,
California.
and then you got on the fact that you have like a slave love child in your family tree,
Yeah.
and then that got us talking about Ben Affleck trying to hide it.
Love
And then,
child.
yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I think if final answer, if Africa had water, Ben Affleck would be king of the Congo. Gorillas would lift him up on like a fancy throne, and he would be like, "Welcome to my land." It'd be like a water park.
I make movies every day, and it's like the same movie.
Yeah. Next question. Topic.
So remember that Star Trek episode
Shut
where
the
that
fuck
guy
up.
was
I don't
buying?
care about.
We don't have to go by
You
the
don't have to
topics.
go by
We
the
can just
topic.
talk
Those are
about
kind
Yeah.
of back things. So
Yeah.
Anyway,
Let's not go by the topic.
but I was talking about that Star Trek guy. Remember they go on that planet. Data's trying to get them all out of there because they're all gonna.
And he shoots at them. He's like, "See what I did with this lone phaser?"
But their leader, every time they showed him, he's staring into a fountain all alone, like in the city. And I was like, that's a weird. Like he's just like sitting there staring at the water. And then he'd like say some
Then he
asshole-ish
said-
thing like,
he
"We're
said,
not
like-
leaving."
no, he
he
said
never
this-
made one decision except to tell people to like.
He
not
said this
panic.
water was like success.
Yeah, he like stared into it all day with this like
Success.
blue white shine in his face. He just stares into water, and then every time they walk into him, he's staring, and then he dramatically look over like.
You know, what my recent fear has been lately is once they make like total simulators, like plug in your brain and you
Yeah.
live in a virtual world, like
Yeah.
me getting addicted to one, living a second life in real life,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That would
What was
automation.
that? What was that one movie?
Huh?
What was that one? I watched
The
Surrogates.
Matrix?
Huh?
No, I'm kidding.
Surrogates?
It was like these people were all addicted to going into the system.
That wasn't Surrogates.
I thought
What the
Surrogates
fuck
was
was it
something
called?
like that.
It was
Surrogates. I didn't. I saw like
this was
10
like
seconds.
early 2000s.
I think
maybe.
Surrogates-
Surrogates is about like it's Bruce Willis like fighting.
This didn't have Bruce Willis. There was no fighting in this.
Yeah, it was like surrogates are like they do stuff, like they work. and
Like,
there's
you know,
jobs and shit.
brothels, instead of brothels and like strip clubs and stuff, there was
It'll be
just these
virtual.
lines of virtual things where like, and it showed all these sad people. Like this one
Yeah.
guy who became president because he couldn't in real life, and I don't know. It was an interesting movie. I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
And I think it had cars and shit in it, but flying cars, and that grinded my gears. A car that can fly. Whoa.
Ground my gears.
Flying
So-
cars is so like that's
It's
not
not-
useful.
It's
not-
so it has no practical purpose.
Yeah.
Save the animals.
Say
There's
yeah.
a lot of like random people.
Because tires hurts the animals.
how would
Cutting
you
down
like
rubber trees.
regulate that? Like how
Yeah.
we have this
It'd
is
be
a
chaos.
road. You're stuck on a
It's like
road.
a
If you can
flying
fly, you can go
cars.
anywhere.
I
You'd
know.
have to build a metal dome over the White House so people
Yeah.
can in the space of the CIA. So
Oh,
people
what's
start
with all the
smashing
people
into it.
fucking landing shit on the
Drones?
White House lawn in
Drones.
the Capitol building?
It was,
What?
it was, a, it was
So
a
a
guy
guy-
in a gyrocopter.
A guy in a
It was
gyrocopter.
a 60-something-year-old
Yeah,
male
it's just
man.
this guy messing with his gyrocopter and crashed it in there.
No,
It was an accident.
it wasn't an accident. He landed there.
Yeah.
He wanted to deliver letters to the Congress people.
Well, there was one earlier.
saying to.
There was
That was
another
crazy.
one where it was
You actually
just a
might
guy
fake
with like
4 years.
a drone, just like a regular drone. The gyrocopter was really big though. I saw like a video of it.
Well,
and
until
stuff.
recently.
But this other guy had like this.
It's a manned thing.
Yeah, he was in it.
No, I'm talking about a drone.
Yeah, the guy
I mean,
with
the gyrocopter was like a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Gyrocopter was like 2 weeks ago, and that was a dude in it. Like
No, I'm
flew
talking
over
about
the
a drone,
Capitol
yeah,
lawn,
yeah.
and then like a couple months ago, some other dude landed a drone on the White House
Yeah.
lawn, and then there was the other guy who jumped, the crazy dude with PTSD who jumped the fence a few months before that. It's like,
There was a guy who recently jumped the fence. Not too. I think I heard it on the radio.
Dude,
the
something
other day.
fucking happens at the White House like every other day now. Like people are just trying to get to a bomb.
Dude, I'd be so fucking afraid to mess with the White House.
yeah,
Shot.
dude. Fucking Secret Service.
drive
Just,
over you.
just-
They obviously don't do a very good
No,
job.
they don't.
seeing How
That's
this guy
another
landed in
thing
a
too. The
gyrocopter.
dude, the Secret Service head guy, resigned a few months ago over all this shit.
Sneak
have
into
to
like
get
the
a lot
White
of
House, finally get to Obama, and then just ask, "What are you gonna do about healthcare?"
Did you know it's illegal to say I'm going to kill the president of the United States?
But since
Yeah.
you told us, you were just telling us. So
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna-
We all know
Just cut that
WKK
first
did
part out.
this bit. Okay, we don't have to do that.
I read this interesting sci-fi
Stealing
story
jokes.
going kind of back to
Everyone's
the.
made, I'm sure someone made that joke before they did.
Yeah,
But we're still stealing it.
we're still stealing it.
They stole it, so I'm gonna steal it.
Just steal.
I'm just
Why
gonna
did
steal
you
all my
cross the
jokes.
road? Oh,
Let's just remake all the Wise Kids You Know episodes. We're all set. Remake them.
Just make them
Shitty
shot for
versions.
shot.
Add,
That'd be
George
fun to do.
Lucas everything
Yeah.
out of it. Add weird CGI
wait,
things.
who
in
did the
background.
shot for? What were we talking about? The middle-aged man dressed up as Tasha Yar.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah, I talked about.
Was that real or did you make that up?
No, I made it up.
Oh.
It was some.
Just like your
fan
Jewish
thing.
porn thing.
Yeah.
Jewish
I actually I scared you guys. I made you all
You scared
afraid.
you scared
you
yourself.
guys.
Scared you guys. But that was fun. No, yeah, I just made up this random idea of this like sad like guy who just lives alone. Where's Tasha Yar, by the way? She's on Next Gen. She's a security officer. She has blonde, short 90s hair.
I miss
Anyway,
her. I wish
yeah,
they
she's
could
dead
kill
now. Spoilers. She dies. She's out of there. No, but this
Shit, I
like,
haven't seen the new episodes.
this.
It's 1992.
I was like, what?
No, but yeah, some like lonely man to wear like this blonde wig and reenact every single episode with their in every line of dialogue playing this weird dun 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 tune in the background looping over and over again. I just tried to make like hell in my own mind, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I might do that.
That's fucking great, Jules.
Yeah,
So
we were
good.
asked.
I didn't even hear half of what you said.
What'd you do today?
Robbed an old lady.
What'd you take from her?
See, this is it.
Yeah.
I was in a fight, man.
Slit her throat.
Rub
Yeah.
pizza all over
You
your
think this
face.
is bad? You should see her. She was just old. Now she's old and fucked up. I stole that, but no one will know because it was obscure.
Yeah, you just said it.
Yeah.
We'll cut it out.
No, you don't. You can leave that
I'm
in.
not gonna cut
Just
it out.
beep it out
Just
and make it
fucking-
some mysterious.
Just
noise.
Bleep, a
beep
big
out.
bleep over the entire thing.
I was like, oh, he's saying.
How old were
illegal
you guys when you figured out Santa Claus didn't exist?
things. Oh, like 8.
Yeah,
Eight.
something like that.
Nine?
I was a believer.
Oh yeah, Joe, me and you and Harlan.
Yeah,
right? All of us.
wasn't Dad.
Yeah, we always
No,
like.
I didn't really believe it. Like, I didn't want to believe it,
I-
but you guys kept trying to convince me. Like, you were saying, oh, you and
I
I
was
taking
the
time outside the window and
atheist.
stuff.
I kept telling all my friends.
I had massive. I knew all the evidence that he wasn't real, but I wanted to believe that he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
the reason that I
yeah,
believed
I
for as
was
long as I
supposed
did is
to
because
real
you two kept trying to convince me.
I knew that the chances were very slim with the whole giving presents to the whole world, and I was like,
Well,
first of
yeah.
all, that pissed me off. I was like, you should only give presents to us. I don't know what the fuck going on in some other country.
When I was little, I just overthink it. Like one of the things I thought of, like let's see, he eats like 3 cookies from our tray. He goes to like a billion something houses.
Yeah.
Like how can
He comes in on a wheelchair.
Also,
Like
every,
with those scooters at Walmart.
Yeah.
how big is that big bag of presents? How is he delivering? Why
Yeah.
and like why do they? Why does
He's
he
a
buy them
magical
from
man,
stores?
Jules.
He's
He's
a
trying to figure out
magical
why
man.
fly
Jules,
train
stop
have it
thinking.
Targets.
Jules,
Target-
don't
Well, you know why
overthink
he's so
it.
jolly all the time, right?
Huh? What?
You know why Santa's jolly all the time, right?
It's high on opium.
No, you know where bad girls live.
No, but
I just imagine like a totally OD'd Santa Claus. He's just all strung out. He's like, he's drooling.
Yeah. You see
What
dead
do you
babies
want?
crawling on the
He's like,
ceiling.
what
puts
do you want?
puts like
Giant-
crack in someone's
There's
stocking.
a
Just
giant bag of cookies next to it. Where you can't eat anymore. You just stuffs it in the bag.
That's what he eats the rest of the year.
Yeah.
yeah, but no,
That's
I
what he
just-
does. That's an answer to your question,
I just
Jules.
think
That's
about
a
things.
scientific reconciliation
Then
for
I,
you.
but then I
He
just
saves
be
the
like,
cookies. He doesn't
he's,
eat them.
He's magic. He can get
Does
as
he
fat
just
as he
pour the
wants.
milk into like an empty jug of milk? It's all like rotten by the time he brings it back.
No, I figured out he was fake because I was like walking around my mom and dad's room poking at random stuff, and then I look and there's I saw like a little box of Nerf darts and it was in my stocking.
Even though I
was like, oh.
saw the presents, some presents in their
You still
closet,
believe that there was like one that
I
came from
told
Santa?
myself that at least one of the presents was really from Santa.
See, I didn't hold on. I just like gave up gradually when I was like 7, and then all I did for like the next year or 2 was tell all my friends.
you
This
were
is
like, I gotta
before-
spread the word.
Before I moved, this was all
Being
before I
lied
moved
to.
here, but I remember like my mom getting mad at me because I was like hurting my friend's feelings by insisting Santa Claus wasn't real.
You're like that.
And we'd
kid
have like,
who's like, yeah.
we'd have like debates about it. Like it's fucking evolutionary versus like
Creation.
intelligent design or something. We're just like
Santa
Ian,
Claus
the
is a
veins in your arms are creepy as fuck.
yeah, I know because I'm skinny and have a bad
Yeah,
diet.
Ian, you look horrible.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Veiny arm's good. IVs are a lot easier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
man.
yeah.
I had blood drawn. Didn't take any time at all.
Well, whenever
Yeah,
I'm
see,
at
but-
the,
blood people, they always
Oh,
get
God.
super excited.
Yeah, the lady
Yeah.
was like, "What? You have
Yeah,
good
same.
arms?" Because she
what
was
they do to
Mexican.
me, they're always
Sorry,
like,
can't see
"Why
him
you
right
have
now.
great arms?" And they give me a little kiss.
Yes,
I'm like,
man.
Well, I guess it
Yeah,
is
I got
weird
you.
the fucking fact it bulges here, but I have a like.
Don't
a,
do that.
Yeah, I'm looking away.
Oh, sick.
I saw it and now I'm avoiding.
I can't do
Well,
that.
it's not that he can grab it; it's how he twists it.
Oh yeah,
Do what?
Oh,
Oh, I feel I can.
Yeah,
what?
just like-
It's like how he twists it
Right.
though. Like,
Yeah, I can't do
Like
that.
this?
That's fucking.
I got too much blubber.
yeah.
Same.
I got
do it
something.
both.
I
I can
got.
pinch it, but I can't.
I
twist
got a
it.
little
Wait, I got,
something.
like,
I'm
4
twisting,
feet in my
but
arm.
We're all
barely.
grabbing our arms right now.
Yeah.
Um,
By arms we mean dicks.
no, for like,
So that was not an intentional burp.
no, but
Dicks.
the things I knew that were bullshit.
Check on the
instantly-
wiener.
Watch out! You hit.
Oh well.
The things I knew that were bullshit instantly was Tooth Fairy and Easter Bunny.
I
was
never
like,
belied in the tooth fairy, not for a second.
I got freaked out.
First
because-
Nor the
because
Easter
My
of-
bunny.
parents got smart and made it easy, where we had a tooth fairy candle
Yeah.
that was light in the living room, and it had like a hammer you put the tooth on, and then I just go and my be on the back of the wings of the candle statue thing.
Sounds
The
too
first-
paganistic
The
for
first
me.
time,
No
I,
way.
you know, like when you're a lot of chunks of my childhood, I don't remember anymore. But the first time I actually remember my dad sneaking into my room to put $1 under my pillow was like him waking me up and saying, "Go back to sleep." And then like, slipped $1 and I was like, "Okay." it's like-
I've actually tried many times to keep the faith alive in like my younger side. I just don't give a shit anymore. But even though like
They're done.
Okay.
Tristan
I'm not
is
actually
like
hungry, I was just
Tristan
curious.
is like the way I was when I was his age. He goes around insisting Santa's not real, even though like Lucy and Ben are way older and don't even believe him anymore. They keep insisting to like the really young people that he's real. And I just kind of like let it happen. But I used to take part in that,
Yeah.
but I used to like fucking ruin it. Like I just opened the door to my mom's room while she's wrapping presents, and Tristan would be right there, and I'd be like, "Oh, go away! You didn't see anything."
I
Santa
figured out-
exists.
I figured out the tooth fairy is fake on my second tooth because I remember
never
I was like, I
believed in
couldn't
the tooth
sleep
fairy.
and I was just staring at the door because I was paranoid. I didn't like the thought of something going in my room, this little fairy creature. Because I
Just
totally
mom and
believed
dad.
because I was like 7 or 6. I was lying on my pillow and I just see my it was like my dad walked in. He had like a 2 quarters or whatever I got, and he walks up, and I'm still convinced that I'm expecting a tooth fairy. So it's just like kind of just like I didn't even know I was awake. The room was pitch black. He like walks up close to my bed. I'm just like,
That's the thing. You
And
like
then
got real
then
close.
he like gets like real close,
And he's like-
opens the pillow, and then I'm just like, oh. After I was like,
I actually
oh.
like woke up and like confronted him because he woke me up because I wanted to fall asleep because I knew it'd be like not as awkward if I was just asleep.
Yeah. No, I was
He
I was
woke me
afraid
up
of,
mid
like,
planting
freaking
of
out.
the money.
Yeah.
Dude, Jasper gets it nice. Jasper's my little brother. Like for like his tooth fairy money, he gets like $5. Like
Yeah, I got like a, I
What
got like
the
a quarter.
hell?
I got $1.
Yeah,
I think
I
the
got-
most we ever got was $1.
For a while, it was quarters, and I instantly spent it on gumball machines.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually didn't.
I always spend it on the ones that was like you get a single Yu-Gi-Oh card.
No, I never.
It's
I
got
never-
like
that.
$1 and then you get a
No.
single
I always
card.
wanted
The
Gumball.
thing that I always tried
I
to
would just
get.
save it for so I get like packs of like Pokemon cards.
You know
and
those
stuff like
stretchy, sticky hands?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Those are the things I always bought, but those
I always
they
got
pumped
like
those up to 50 cents a pop. That was
Mhm.
my
that.
shit.
Bastards.
I think
fucking
gumballs are now
Slide
50
Man.
cents.
Gumballs are half $1. That's
Gumballs are
stupid.
50. They've always been 50 cents.
No,
Not for me.
Well,
It
for,
was
like,
always
the last
cheap.
I think it depends where
No.
it goes.
Yeah.
It depends on where you go. Sometimes they're
like here in this small town, like when we used to go to the barber shop,
Yeah.
quarter.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
barber shops are different though.
Like
They're
the-
kind of
Oh.
stuck
The
in the
old,
past.
the old
Yeah.
grocery store that we had here.
Bowman's?
Huh? Super S.
Huh?
Super S.
Super
Oh,
Screw.
okay. No,
Yeah.
Joel, remember that old
Yeah.
barber shop that had that horsey ride?
Yeah.
Yeah, you put in like a quarter, and I was like, yeah, jump up on it every time.
Oh yeah,
Had a
the
lot of
little,
fun.
you know, the little
That
rides.
weird-
They don't
It just
really
goes
have
back
those
and forth.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they have shit like that at HEB, but it's like, or they used to. I haven't seen one in a while, but like 5 years ago they had one at HEB, but it was like a car.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, I haven't seen one in a while.
I haven't either.
I think they got rid of them. Like
Yeah.
wooden play sets, man. Or like not play sets like backyard, but like actual playgrounds with the wood castles and shit. They don't build those anymore because they're not safe.
Oh yeah, they
All the
tearing
one-
down that one at Corpus. That one was
That's
huge.
bullshit, man.
Did you ever go to the one at Corpus, Ian?
No, I was.
Wait, are we talking about the big wooden castle?
Yeah, huge one.
Oh,
Had all those
jeez.
passageways.
There was
Parkour is so fun.
Oh,
There,
yeah.
There was
The
one-
towers and all kinds
There
of
was
stuff.
one in Connecticut, in Monroe. We used to go there like every week. That was actually where our homeschool meet was.
Yeah.
So when I was like 8, it's at a place called Wolf Park, and there's 3 of them. It's 3 separate castles, but they're all sort of interconnected, and it's huge. I'm sure if I went there now, it'd be really tiny because I'm like tall and shit.
Yeah.
But when I was a little kid, it was like the fucking like coolest thing ever. And we just run around there every single time I get splinters. But it was awesome.
The
Do you
park.
Do you remember the ones that big ass playground looking thing that was right by the zoo?
Yeah.
Like it's no longer there. It makes me so sad.
It's not.
No.
Which
Wait, which
Was
one?
that the place where
don't
they
know,
were
it's
doing
like
like
right next to the
poetry
zoo.
in the
Or
park or whatever?
Brackenridge
Right.
Park?
What was the what type of stuff did they have at the park?
I don't know. It was
Playgrounds.
yeah, it was like just this big ass playground
shit.
that was like walls everywhere and just all sorts of shit. It would have been really fun for parkour. And then but I was little, so I didn't really know that was that large. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna go to that park. And then
Yeah.
I tried going back there once I found out a car, and it was gone. I was like, God damn it!
Yeah, that's that wooden castle I was talking about. When I was like really little, there's like passageways and
Oh,
stuff
yeah, there's
that's like
little
built.
tunnels.
Like there's
secret
tunnels,
Yeah.
and you go under there, you can see people like running over
Yeah,
you
that
and
at Wolf
stuff. It's
Park.
really cool. And then I
And
went
then
there
they
again.
have like tires and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had like tires and like a bunch of swing sets and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. And they had this huge wooden castle. But I went there
Big
again
metal,
when I was like
big metal
14.
slides that would
I was
totally
like,
burn you.
I'm like way too big for
Oh,
this kind of
Summer
stuff.
day.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I remember Con Park used to have that huge. man.
I remember I would just like keep my just like right on my ass and just keep my legs and my arms tucked in so I
your
would get
elbow or
burned.
your leg. If
Yeah,
you're
and you'd be like,
shorts would
"Yes,"
rub.
and you're like,
Yeah, I remember one in Arkansas. It was this big, like, I forget which park it was at, but it was like a rocket ship, like the cartoon spaceship
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Mm.
that's all shaped all
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
It was one of those, and it had a slide in it, or down it.
Hmm.
But it was all that steel or whatever, the
Oh,
metal.
God.
So we would always go during the summer, and it would burn. They also had a tank there, like an
Yeah.
actual tank, but it was decommissioned or whatever. But
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to climb on it, but we climbed on it.
Well,
anyways.
why the
Yeah.
fuck did they put a tank in a playground and say, hey, don't climb
Pointed
it?
at kids, like pointed at the
It
playground.
wasn't in the playground, but it was at the same park.
Remember when we used to do
Yeah, it was like that act.
chess club or whatever?
It was.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was for the. They were trying to do like a play.
Yeah,
It
there
was
was like
shaped
this
But it
play-
never
at the park,
worked.
It
but
never
they
worked.
never
Yeah, because
did
we were
it.
gonna be like the.
Three witches. It was
Three
you,
witches,
you,
yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you, me, and Joel.
And then
I think that's where we mostly met.
yeah, that's what I
that's,
met for a while because
yeah.
they started doing like chess club and everything, and then I just went. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. I just want to play a playground with you guys.
Yeah, I think we just ended up playing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, people would always try to attack you. We'd like have wars. So you had those crutches and stuff. I remember you used them as like weapons.
Oh yeah, I did. I always sprained my ankles growing up.
Yeah.
I remember one time though, I saw this one little kid. He just screamed and ran past like, what the hell? And then I saw another kid just chasing after him, and that kid looked pissed. And I was like, oh wait, this kid's bullying this kid. Cause I watched for a little bit, watched bullying. And then when they ran past me again, I just kind of stuck my foot out. And the kid that was being bullied, just boom, like slid on his face across the wall. And then he got up. I went, I'm sorry, man. He's like, oh, it's okay. And then I was like, maybe we should stop trying to chase that dude or something. And he's like, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know about you guys, but the park that was here, the Con Park,
Yeah.
one here. I remember when it was literally stuff they got from a junkyard and put
Oh,
it
yeah.
together. The tire tower
Yeah.
and
That
all the
sounds
playground stuff were just
glorious.
like wooden like telephone poles that they were gonna throw away, and they just built stuff. That shit is way more fun to play on than all the
Oh,
big plastic.
All the big
Oh,
plastic
yeah, plastic
bullshit.
Yeah, all the big plastic
Definitely.
things.
They also painted the concrete pipe.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Is
there's
it
still
filled?
graffiti
Is it
over it.
Oh, yeah.
Someone always goes in
Stick
there.
figure sex.
That's like the like the preteen.
That's
early
where I
tween.
figured out like my 5 major curse words.
And I found out the rest from you.
Oh yeah. You
I don't know.
got-
You were the bad kid.
I was the one. Yeah.
You were the kid who told me all
I was the kid
buzzwords.
who learned swears and then looked them up in the dictionary. So I
Really?
didn't know what they meant.
I just
Oh, wow.
I looked up well, what did I look up in the dictionary? I think I looked up like bitch and vagina, and that's about it.
I looked up.
I just remember starting like
Female
cursing when I was
child.
11, and I remember we were at Harlan's house, and we were playing in like the shed you have in
Yeah.
the back, and I remember I just asked Jules because like the last week I like mentally decided I would start cursing.
Yeah.
Or something like I'm gonna be a big boy.
Wake
now.
up in the morning, you're like, I'm gonna cuss.
Yeah. So I just remember asking Jules, "Do you say shit?" I just asked him.
He's
And
like,
then Jules,
"No."
and Jules said, "No, but Indiana Jones does." And then you like point, what's the word? Recreated the scene where he does like he's on a boat and then he goes and looks out a window and sees a submarine and says shit. And then you just like said that to me and just like forgot it.
Homeschooling.
Yeah.
No, but
I remember, speaking about cursing,
Yeah.
freshman year, I got a Spanish-English dictionary,
Yeah.
right?
Oh.
And my mom said something about sometimes they have cuss words in them. So we looked into it and found they
She
had...
spied on you just to see if you'd do it.
No, she's the one who wanted to do it.
Oh.
And we ended up finding like bitch and ass and shit. And like,
I think I've heard Trent
bitch
talk about
and
that.
ass weren't like donkey and girl dog. It was bitch and
Oh,
ass.
yeah.
And it's
That's
like
the funny
some-
thing. All of our cuss words have a different actual meaning.
Yeah.
I would-
Except,
I would
well,
be
there's a
so
couple that
disappointed.
don't.
Well, yeah.
Like,
There's a couple that
um,
are just general bad words.
When I was little, I
Oh no,
thought
never
that,
mind. I was just thinking. I was confusing like
Dingus.
meaning with like sort of like double entendre. Like ass originally meant donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The-
Fuck means sex.
well, no, that's the thing.
Well,
There's a difference
fuck-
between that. Bitch
yeah.
and ass have like actual uses like in animal world. Like people still like dog breeders still just say bitch
Well,
and
the
mean
word,
female dog.
Yeah.
But fucking shit explicitly just means sex and poop. So
Actually, I did
There's
read-
no other word.
I
term for
read
them.
something one time about where fuck originated from, and apparently, at least from what this website
Is
said,
it the
It is-
fornicating?
Yeah,
under,
I don't
that's
know.
not true.
It's
I
not?
looked
Oh,
that up.
okay.
Yeah, so that's bullshit.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it is an
Fuck,
idiot.
Yeah, I
fuck,
wasn't sure.
fuck is from the Middle Ages, and it was just Germanic for sex. It just meant sex.
So
back
yeah,
then.
that's what I was sort of trying to say.
Yeah,
All of our cuss
and-
words weren't
and it-
originally cuss words.
Yeah, and it's been
Yeah.
around since Middle Ages, but it became taboo pretty quick because there was like a book in like this like 1720 or something. A guy
Yeah.
made a dictionary, and it was the earliest recorded use of fuck as an expletive because it had like extreme vulgar as its
Oh.
only definition.
Yeah.
And ever since then, whenever it's come up, it's only been an expletive.
So
No
that guy
one's-
fucked it up. Huh?
Yeah, but it didn't like become. It didn't like proliferate. I actually looked really into the history. It didn't get like popular until like the early like 1910s and 20s when people started really using it. Before that, like in the 1800s, people used it, but they only ever used it for like sex. They were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you fucked that chick," and it was bad. It was bad, but it only meant that you didn't say I fucked up or anything. And then
Yeah.
somewhere along the line, people just started using it in all sorts of weird spaces. And then
I
by
just-
like the 50s, or not even by like the 30s, it meant all the shit it means now.
Well, I just
History.
history is good. I just remember being disappointed because I'd hear a curse word and I'd try to figure out what it means, and then I'd always like be like, oh cool ass, that sounds really, it's like that's like a bad word, and I'm like, oh butt, and then it's just like shit, it's like whoa poop, and then
Well,
fuck, it's like oh
I
sex.
remember my early years of actual cussing. I
Mhm.
was bad at it. I remember one time I was really mad, and I think I tried cussing like sort of under my breath or under my sort of just whisper it or mutter it, and my mom heard me and she just started laughing. I think I said God bitch damn or something. She just laughed. She was like,
just like grabbing for whatever.
and I was just like, think of a bad word, put them together.
Yeah.
Hey, remember our Singaporean buddy team from Worlds?
Yeah.
What's it called? It was funny because Arjun or whatever, the little dude that would always learn, like the little Indian dude with big nose.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
it
I know what
called?
you're talking about.
I found him on Facebook and I talked to him and then he was trying to cuss and he started like
Yeah.
he would just do shit like
Yeah,
that all the time.
yeah.
I was like, alright here, look, this is how it's done. so I just taught some kid in Singapore how to cuss. Like,
Sweet.
I was like, yay, my bad influence is spread worldwide now.
Yeah.
When I was like you know when you're like crap's like the first kind of bad word you start using.
Yeah.
At least it was for
Crap.
me.
I said crap while I was
Cody's
playing
first
chess.
word was shit.
Good for you. I
Alright.
said
No, with
I was
brothers.
playing chess at chess club with Kevin. Kevin
Got frustrated with your chess game.
No, I said fuck. I said he took my queen and I said crap and he said don't cuss.
He
Which is nuts.
legitimately thought pervert was a really bad slur.
Yeah,
that was
and
a-
you
that
know
was
what's funny
Lucas.
is hi Kevin.
No, it was Kevin. I even texted him asking if it was him.
Oh.
It might have been Lucas also, but it was,
Yeah,
it was
Lucas did that
definitely
too.
But
Kevin.
dude, which is funny because Kevin, think about it, we're not. This isn't incriminating or anything. Hi Kevin. If
These
you-
are
if
just
you wanna
facts,
listen to this.
Kevin. We're
Yeah.
just speaking facts here.
Fucking if the last time we saw him, he cursed more than any of us.
Yeah.
So, he had a quantum leap at some point.
Yeah, he hit puberty finally.
Yeah.
Speaking of people, like how he said that he thought crap was such a bad word, I was playing this card game with my parents, so because it was around Christmas or whatever, and around Christmas we always play board games,
Always
card
cuss
games and
around
stuff.
Christmas.
But anyways, there's this card game that it's like I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a really fast-paced thing. You have to do stacks of cards, but it's like a group stack. Whoever gets the last card
Speed.
takes it.
Family.
What?
Speed, I think so. I always heard it called.
It's
Really good.
the one we have. It's like Amish or something other. It's some Amish game.
Hey, you party?
But
There's a game similar to that. It's called.
But anyways,
Party like the 80s.
but
I
anyways,
got a
my
story about that
mom threw one down on one that I was just about to hit, and I said, "Damn it!" Like that just came out.
It just came out.
We were playing, and my dad was like, "Watch your language."
Oh.
It's like then my mom like. The next thing I threw that one down on hers, so I took it, and she said it even louder than me on purpose just to piss him off.
I actually technically started cursing when I was like 6, but I stopped and had like a hiatus. So what happened was is my mom rented Godzilla, the 90s one with like Matthew Broderick.
Oh yeah,
It's really
this also was like last year too, so I was 19 at
Oh,
the time.
wow, okay.
Yeah, this wasn't like a long time ago. I was like 12. This
Shit.
was recent.
Anyway, so my mom rented Godzilla from Blockbuster
Good
back
choice.
when I was like
Nice.
6.
Yeah.
And my brother and I watched it like for like 2 weeks every single day. We thought it was the coolest shit ever. And so they said like damn it and stuff. And so for like the next few weeks we just started saying damn it all the time. I think I was 7, and we just started saying damn it all the time. And then finally one day I was like eating my cereal and I dropped my spoon and I said damn it, and my dad was saying there, says Ian, don't curse, that's a bad word. And I just like was like, I didn't know, and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And then from then on until I was like 11, I never cursed.
See, well, like,
Yeah, my little brother actually curses a fair amount just because he watches MASH and stuff, MASH and Barney Miller and stuff, and they curse a lot in that. So he says damn it and stuff.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I've just stopped even trying to correct him and tell him not to say it. 'Cause I don't even care anymore.
Jasper is starting to get a sailor mouth.
he says crap, but he's like me.
He,
when I was little.
he gets stuff from you. Like last time I stayed the night here, I was sleeping there, or I was just basically lying under the blanket trying to get back to sleep and unable to because him and Matthew were playing Halo, and I just suddenly just started hearing Jasper going Itakibasu over and over.
Yeah, every time I play Halo with Jasper and I like die because Halo 1 online is just a bunch of dads who like know the game.
Yeah.
Talk
And I
about
just
that
get
later.
killed over and over again. So I didn't want to I like cursed a few times like, oh, Jasper and Ben are here, maybe. I don't know how that is. And I just started saying, like, every time I get mad, just Takimasu. Just say that. I die again. It's like Takimasu.
Another time I was spending the night here, I woke up in the morning by Jasper, Ben, and Matthew stomping around the house, and Jasper was singing, kick him in the balls, kick him in the balls, kick him in the balls.
He's saying balls a lot.
Yeah.
Balls.
So, balls.
Wait, no, like,
Balls.
you know, you and I make funny jokes like big balls and stuff,
Yeah.
and then
Big
he'll just say like
balls.
big balls. He'll just say that out. That's Jasper.
Big ball.
Well, let's just be thankful he's in school. But,
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
there'd be a
used-
lot
but
worse
back to
if
the
he was
crap
actually in
thing.
school.
I use crap for everything. Like I hear people saying fucking hell, like people like cursing on TV and stuff, and I'd be like, oh. So then I was like, I can't say the F word, so I said crapping. I used crap and hell were my 2 curse words, like when I was really little, and I'd like use
Like
them
3?
like, proudly. No, like I don't know.
I like how you had to. You
Joel and I
actually
were-
had to
Joel and I were
defend
raised
that.
real straight. But
I
no,
didn't even start talking until I.
I know
turned
that's
3 or
that's
4.
why it's funny.
But
Jules.
Jules started talking.
I
I
remember-
started saying
I-
screw this a lot.
I
Yeah,
was the
that's-
last in my
Oh,
family as far as age goes to talk. I didn't say my first word till I was like a year and a half, and then I didn't start
One
speaking.
second, boys. I need to just shut that.
Yeah,
mouth
he's been fucking yapping for like the last 20 minutes.
I remember one time, a long time ago, I was at your house, Austin's, and like we were sleeping in the the treehouse thing. We were on the trampoline. I remember we watched like Fast and Furious, my first PG-13 movie. I was like, cool. But yeah, it was, we were all jumping on the trampoline, and randomly I just said crap, like for no reason. And then like you or Joel said, you're too young to say that, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think I remember that. We were just joking. We were like, hey, we shouldn't be saying that.
Like I just said it because I was like, oh cool, hanging out with the big kids, and I'd be like, crap, I just said it like that.
Alright.
That was cool. Yeah, I watched Fast and Furious.
I still say we need to revert to calling you JW. I don't know why we ever stopped.
Yeah, I
Everybody's
remember
calling
that.
JW.
JW.
J-Dub, man.
Guys, he's dead.
That's good
Finally-
to hear.
Yeah, finally
why do
put
we
him
stop
down.
calling him Baby Cow?
It never really
What happened to your
stuck.
old
It never
nicknames?
did.
It never
Yeah, that is
stuck.
stuck.
I never
don't
had
really
a
have
You're
nickname.
still
I was
baby
just
cow on my
damning you.
razor.
On what?
On Razor.
Oh, you are.
He
Yeah.
took his razor blade and scratched baby. Oh,
Cut for Nile.
cut for Jesus. He died for our sins.
In the Middle Ages, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
New
Hey,
topic.
topic.
Oh, actually, I thought
should-
of one earlier. When did y'all watch your first like rated R movie?
Tell us.
I know.
Rated R movie. My first rated R movie. It was like a weird rite of passage. My dad sat me down in here. He drank a beer. I didn't because I was like 14.
Yeah, 14.
I thought it was
you and
13.
Ellie. You and Ellie. Both have
It
a
was
strict
12
rule.
for, it was 12
12
for
for
PG-13,
PG-13, 14 for anything
14 for R.
But I just I
You-
was that one kid who was just
Well,
like,
Jules,
Mom, I'm just gonna
Mom
watch this.
and Dad, they don't care anymore after you're the third kid after
Well,
2 kids.
yeah.
We were sort of
Also,
like the
Yeah,
I just
same here.
I'm the third
eventually.
kid.
Yeah.
I'm the third kid also.
Yeah.
Third kid, first kid, first kid.
Second.
Second, I forgot about Ellie.
She's not.
She's not
Ellie's,
part
Ellie's not a. Yeah.
Sorry, Ellie.
We disbanded you, but
disowned you.
I was the second kid and then I became the third kid, so I've
Yeah.
experienced both.
Yeah, Ellie and I were like the guinea pigs. Like I remember we were only allowed to watch like Barney. My mom tried to hide the fact that things die from me. Like,
good.
no, I remember.
That's fine.
Alright, so
Apparently the
my
opposite.
dad's side of the family, they're like, I don't know, they're Texas people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you think, they're what you are. They're what people think about when they're Texans. Yeah, that's what they are. So we were driving home. We were coming home one day. I was too young to remember this. And there's this big hog strung up on our swing set, and someone was gutting it. And then it was like my dad's brother Pee Wee or something. He was like gutting it, and he was like, "Oh hey," with its guts hanging out. And I don't remember it, but my mom was like freaking out, and she like ran home and was like talking to my dad like, "Oh, they know that things die now," and it was like, now they don't give a
That's-
crap. Jas, I mean, like, if you go through this house, you'll see pictures of me and Ellie.
Yeah.
Like, picture of this, picture of that, picture of that.
No pictures of Jasper.
Jules, Jasper, and Camille, they don't exist.
If I'm in a picture, it's in a family like portrait
Yeah,
or like a
you're not
baby
gonna have any
picture.
singles.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
You're up in the picture right there. Big binge
The
picture.
one
It's a
with
family
the-
picture.
Yeah,
Last time I
I'm
had,
just
like,
saying
a
that
picture
it's
of
one of
us
the family
together,
pictures,
Like a
so.
family member was when I still had my dreadlocks.
I
Oh.
remember the dreadlock.
I don't have any pictures of me because I established back when I was a little kid that I hated having my picture taken. So my mom.
Galen did too, but that
My
hasn't
mom
stopped
just
my
like
mother.
my mom like
Yeah,
respected
she
that.
had
She
little
still. I don't mind my picture being taken anymore, but my mom still thinks that I hate it. So she just never takes pictures of me. So she'll like do portraits and shit for the whole family, and she won't do me. She had to like barter with me to get me to do senior
Yeah.
photos, and I was like, fine, I'll do fucking senior photos. I don't care. But she's like, well, we'll have you can sit on a train if you want to. I'm like, no, I'll just do fucking senior photos.
Just sit on top of it like an old-fashioned train.
But she still wants me to do that, and I don't
just
give
do a
shit.
bearskin rug. Just do what I did.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that.
What was I gonna say? Back to the R-rated movie thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what was
the
it?
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Oh.
Yes,
That was
but
me.
I
Me too.
said mine was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I saw Gladiator
But,
when I was
um,
like 6.
My-
But the first that first real movie you watch when you're a kid. Like when you're a kid, you watch kid movies,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
occasionally you'll finally see a real one.
For me, that was Lord of the
My
Rings.
real movie, no. My real movie was at your house, Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we
that's
saw
me
Indiana
too.
Jones.
My
Raiders
first-
of the Last.
my first
no,
real
Lost-
movie.
Lost Ark. Yeah, whatever.
Does Star Wars count as real? I don't think it does because
Well,
everyone
every kid's
knows
seen
that
that.
so young.
Well, it's still a PG movie.
Yeah,
like
but
Raiders
it's-
of the Lost Ark is PG-13.
I
It's
actually-
technically PG, but that's because of PG-13.
That's
No,
PG.
I
It's
actually
PG
think
standards.
PG-13 doesn't mean
no, it's,
shit.
it's PG as in there wasn't PG-13.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like PG-13, parent guidance for 13-year-old kids. A parent brings his 4-year-old to an R-rated movie, they're not going to stop him.
No.
Yeah.
It should be PG, and R.
Yeah, there should
PG-13 is obsolete.
Yeah, it is.
PG-13 is. It was never.
That's why it was in the 80s.
Useful.
If you saw a
Parents'
PG movie, it's like, hey, you gotta have your
You
parent.
gotta have your
I
parents.
have no
Yeah,
idea how
it is.
strict they are on like carding you for like PG-13 rated R movies.
But not
Like,
knives
here in
and
Texas,
stuff.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I've had it where one time.
They
one
card
day-
you for PG-13 movies?
Or not sorry, rated
Just
R.
R.
movies.
Okay, yeah.
And it's
I've
just
never gotten
17 for
carded.
the occasion.
Like,
Neither
I
have
went-
I.
Yeah, no, like
Before
it was
that.
funny. One day I went and I bought this decent size like tactical bayonet. Didn't get carded. The
Wow.
same day I went to go see a rated R movie. Like they when I got about the knife, no problem. Like, oh yeah, you can get it. Here you go. Here's your money. Here's your change. Have a nice day. All right. We go see the rated R movie. Like, ID please. Like, It's
like,
we can buy it in
pull out your bayonet.
Of it. And I was like, well, welcome to Texas, where you can buy a gun or buy a knife completely easily, but then they'll card you for it.
Obama's gonna take my gun away.
My first rated R movie was kind of interesting. It was The Matrix, but I watched it alone. Joel and I had like the house to ourselves, I think. I watched it. That's when you broke.
That's when I
my
broke your
hand.
pinky.
Yeah, because we were watching The Matrix. I was
There was
watching it for the
sock
first time. I was like, wow, this is real neat. There's blood and cursing and stuff. And so then,
Was there boobs in the first one?
no, the second one though. Kind of. It's like, Anyway, you started throwing like socks at me or something. I had the trench coat on, so I was like, whoa, 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 you're like, doing like fast
like
punches,
side
and you
kicked
like
you into
made
a
it,
wall.
like side kicked me. I'm like, oh, and then I heard a big snap. I didn't care, and then I tried, and I was like, that was fun. And I like tried to move my hand. I was like, oh, I can't move. Oh, that's because like I had a weird break. My like pinky bone went under like one of my knuckles, and it was like literally bent like this.
Yeah.
Like
I
Denzel
could not-
Washington.
Yeah,
Did you know that he has a fucking fucked up index finger? And they like just frame it out in CGI.
How
out
the fuck?
in all his
I
movies.
don't even.
Just look him up. Just like Google
Where'd
image
you
Denzel.
hear this, Ian?
Just Google image Denzel.
I don't care about his fucking hands.
It was like I don't know. It was in some fucking like Watch Mojo video or something.
Oh.
But like fucking Google Denzel Washington's hand. His index finger's all fucked up and crooked like that.
I
Like,
hate
it's a
his
birth
I
defect.
hate his movies now.
Yeah.
Actually,
Wonder how
my hand
expensive
is,
it
like,
was to
fucked up,
CGI his hands.
Well, I don't even know if they ever. Maybe they've had to. They must have at some point because I've never noticed it. But
Watch
they
all of
just,
his movies and there's just like a white hand plastered. Shitty job. It doesn't even look like his hand.
yeah, it's like clipping out.
Yeah.
Okay,
They put a green screen glove on him.
Yeah.
One more topic before we're done. We're almost done. The what's the most awkward movie y'all seen with your parents? 'Cause mine has to be I saw The Hangover, the first one, with my mom and dad, and my grandma.
Oh.
Not the cool grandma, the grandma that doesn't like cussing or anything.
Never had it.
Watched the first one with her, and then I went and saw The Hangover 2 in theaters with my mom and my other grandma,
Yeah.
which was pretty weird. 'Cause that one was weirder than the first one.
For me, that would be The Dictator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched it with mom and dad. Actually, the whole family watched it except for like Jasper. And me.
No, mine's pretty good. I don't remember what the movie's called. It's not Tom Cruise. Who's the other attractive movie star guy?
Like Matt Damon.
Not Matt.
Other
Damon.
attract.
to
That's
go on.
literally
Brad
the
Pitt?
least specific
Yeah, Brad Pitt
question you could ever ask.
Brad Pitt. It was Brad Pitt. See, Harlan knows one.
There's only two of them. There's Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
That's what I was
Those are
saying.
the only
it's those
handsome
two guys.
actors.
Yeah, Brad Pitt. He played as Death. A guy. Okay, so the movie starts out with this girl and this guy, and they're talking to each other in a coffee shop, and they go their separate ways, and they keep looking back like they're gonna turn around and like get their numbers because it seemed like they were meant to be or whatever, but they never did anything. And then the guy keeps walking, and he's walking across the street, across like a little spot to walk across the street, whatever. And he looks behind him to look at the girl one more time, like he was about to turn around, and he gets fucking hit by a car, and just has his body like ragdolls fly. And I started breaking out laughing, and it was just me and my mom and dad, like just us three, and they just both stare at me, and I was like, oh, I don't know why I thought it was so funny. You're just like, turns around and bam, it's just like,
Oh, are you talking about Taken?
No.
Oh. And then Taken that happens where the guy does all this stuff to get away from the...
From Liam Neeson.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's like, and boom, hits by a semi-truck.
This was a guy thinking about turning around and talking to the love of his life, but
okay.
yeah, but so he dies, and then Death, Grim Reaper, takes over his body, and then starts talking with this girl, and then uses that guy's body to have sex with her.
Oh.
They do it in an indoor pool, and it was pretty graphic. And I remember just sitting there staring at them, and then my mom and dad were like sitting on either side of me. And then I was like, I was thinking the whole time, did they do this like their way of like giving me the talk, like sex is like some weird thing? I couldn't figure out, but that was probably the most awkward one ever for me.
I have a really funny story that involves Ian about how I figured out about the talk.
Oh yeah, we're talking about awkward movies.
Oh, all right.
So,
You saved that for another time.
Yeah.
All right.
Harlan?
I haven't really watched any movies with my parents other than like Disney and Pixar. Like I saw
Bugs.
what's they called? I saw The Mummy 3 with my dad, but other than that, it was nothing really awkward.
I don't think I've ever seen a truly awkward movie, but I felt
Mine-
awkward. Even though I know my parents didn't give a shit, I was like weird and sensitive as a little kid. Like anything that like made me uncomfortable in a movie,
Yeah.
even if it was just like bad jokes or something, not like inappropriate, just like if I thought it was lame, then I suddenly felt like bad because I thought everyone else hated it or something. And like, I don't know why, I just always felt weird when I was in the room with other people watching a bad movie. And so I think the best example is my dad put on Iron Eagle, which is this 80s movie where a 16-year-old whose dad's like an Air Force pilot gets shot down over Iran. This is like in the 80s when this, you know, big Reagan America and shit. And he fucking takes an F-16 with the help of some retired black Vietnam pilot. Him and his high school friends fucking kidnap Air Force jets and fly 10,000 miles to Iran.
They didn't steal them, they kidnapped them.
Yeah, they kidnapped them. They held them at gunpoint. No, they fucking, he like trains. He like trains in Air Force simulators and stuff, and he's just like a kid, but oh, my dad's a colonel. Yeah, and he just like gives a thumbs up to the fucking flight simulator guy, and they let him in. Like that would work. And all the uniforms, all the people are like totally out of shape and stuff, and their uniforms are all like fucked up and things. It's just funny. But I remember my dad was like, "Hey, let's watch Iron Eagle. It's a movie where a kid takes a pilot." I was like 11, so I was like, "Yeah, that looks
You're
fun."
like, that's the coolest thing ever.
But I was expecting to be good, but I was old enough to recognize it was a piece of shit. He was just kind of really dumb. But I thought my dad was like disappointed.
Yeah.
So all I could think the entire time was like, "Gee, I hope my dad doesn't hate this." Like, I don't know why, but I was like super.
I would have
bummed
been
about it.
I've been in situations like that, but I was like, my dad really liked the movie, and I clearly wasn't liking it, so I was worried that he was like, oh, my son doesn't like my same movies.
Anyway.
The most embarrassing or the most awkward one for me was Epic Movie with my
that's sad.
it was in theaters and it was with my very Christian, very feminist, very pacifist
That's an
mother
oxymoron.
and grandmother.
That's an oxymoron.
What?
Christian and feminist.
Why?
My mother's a
What's
pacifist.
epic?
Okay.
What's epic movie? I forget.
It's a piece
like
of
a
shit.
It's like a scary movie.
It's like scary movie
It's one of
type.
those spoof
It's like
movies.
Scary
Yeah,
Movie
it's a
5.
spoof movie
Oh,
where
okay.
it's like
Yeah.
super like lots of racist jokes, lots
Yeah.
of like all these things.
Like movie 43.
Just
And
every
it was my
vulgar-
it was
vulgar
like,
thing
It
you
was
could
like
put in
Cody. It was Cody, me. I think Calvin maybe like my.
At least you had some other
cousin,
people with
and
you.
then
Yeah.
my mother and my grandmother.
Oh.
It was just like, oh god.
But how would your parents think that that's cool? Take
No,
your
they-
grandma to see this piece of
No,
shit.
no,
called
we
Epic
didn't know.
Movie.
We just like there was at the time when there was like a big hype about it. We didn't really
Yeah.
know what it was about. So we're like, hey, well,
I've
let's
never-
go let's go see what this is all about. So we went to go watch it. We're like, oh my god.
The only time that's ever been done in my family where we just saw a movie without learning anything about it was Source Code. The
Yeah, we never did that
Jake
again.
Gyllenhaal.
Source Code sucked.
I liked it when it
I
came
didn't
out.
like it.
I thought it was okay.
Because it's trains in it.
No, but no, that's the only thing we ever did where we just didn't know about it and went to see it, and we're just kind of like, yeah, that was okay. But yeah, my parents never not look up movies because I never want that to happen.
Yeah, well, we originally wanted to go see like one movie, but they were sold out. So we're like, and then we're like, well, we've heard a lot about it. Like, we've
That's
heard a lot
only
of people
happened to
like
me
this,
once.
so
That's actually how the three of us saw Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Oh, really?
We were going to see The Mummy Return, or The Mummy, whichever the 3 one is called.
So you're gonna go see
And-
one shitty movie, but it was sold out, so you went and saw another shitty movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
That Dooku looked like a block of wood.
Yeah.
all I remember.
I remember that animation just made me cringe. You know,
The-
Clone Wars. Anyway, I should talk.
Jules and I
I-
burst out laughing when Count Dooku first showed up.
Really?
Yeah.
I should
Some
talk.
fat nerd behind us was like, shh.
Fat nerd. Anyway, I should talk about Amtrak so we can finish this.
Yeah.
All right. So I went on a trip to Dallas this last week.
He's gonna join the Cowboys team.
Yeah, I
Football.
wrote up on. No, I'm gonna be a
Tackle.
cheerleader.
Sports.
I'm gonna get a sex change and be a cheerleader. No, so I. All right. So.
That's a mustache.
Okay.
And fucks trains.
Okay, fuck. So I rode Amtrak the first time to Dallas and back. Went up on Thursday, came back on Saturday/Sunday. All right, so ride up was fine. Ride back was a fucking nightmare. So what happened was the train just kept braking pretty much. The air brakes under one of the cars were all busted up because they like ran over a deer or something. They actually, all right, before I even started, there was like bad omens and shit. First of all, it was 5 hours late to Dallas. They stopped twice to have like Union Pacific mechanics come and look at it, and both times they gave them a green light and they're just like, yeah, fuck it, it looks fine, just go. That happens all the time. And the Amtrak guys were like, okay. So they just went on. 5 hours late to Dallas. I get on as it's pulling the station, there's a vulture fucking plastered to the front of the train over the cover. It's like, bah! It's just there. It was in one piece, but it was just like perfectly.
Wait, it was in one piece?
Yeah, it was just like perfectly.
Some guy gets like a shovel, just scrapes it.
Dude, it was like perfectly in like in the
all
in
cartoony.
the,
It's all flat.
No, it was just like perfectly wedged into the snowplow, like on the,
Yeah.
like towards the bottom of it. Just like with its head down, its eye was like opening, staring at me as it went by.
Spooky eye.
Yeah, and so that was a good way to start it. So we got on the train. We're not even we're going between Dallas and Fort Worth, and the train just stops for a minute, and I'm like, oh shit! And it actually goes into emergency because I was like in the cafe car getting like a shitty DiGiorno frozen pizza because you can buy that shit on the train, and I was giving the guy my money, and all of a sudden they slammed on the emergency brakes, and you can always tell because it makes this giant noise that you can hear like for miles.
Yeah.
So the brakes go on, and like I slide like this way, and a fucking box of cash falls on the poor old dude behind the counter. it was just like felt so bad for him. But we went to emergency. We were only there for like 10 minutes, then we got on the road again, and then we went to Fort Worth.
The rail again.
Yeah, and then we started going south, and then it stopped again, and we were stuck for like half an hour, and then we started going again, and we stopped a third time, and we're there for like 20 minutes. Got going again, and this was in the middle of a thunderstorm by now that was like crossing the whole state. I think that's when you guys lost power.
Yeah.
This is on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy ass
yeah.
Yeah,
The
Saturday.
whole state must have been covered because this is up by like.
Yeah, I was
Fort
looking at my radar app.
Yeah,
Pretty much all
so
South Texas.
so
Yeah,
Central
seriously,
South.
I got to the point where I couldn't see like from here to your door.
Oh, yeah, it was-
and I was
it was
driving
shitty.
like it was on a highway that's usually 75, and I was driving 20. Like everybody was
Yeah.
driving like 25 with their hazard lights on.
yeah, so we were in the middle of a storm. So this guy was just out there in like a poncho crawling around the train. They were just all they do is they just change out the tubes that connect the cars. We're not gonna go into detail. So anyway, we get rolling again, and then we're like an hour and a half north of Waco, and then it breaks down a fourth time. And that's when we got fucking stuck and people started getting mad. So I'm in my coach, and the 4 people behind me in the row behind me have been on the train since Chicago, and they're all co-workers on like a weekend trip to San Antonio, and they're starting to get fucking pissed. And then there's this like 20-year-old baby mama, like two other rows back with her baby, who's just trying to go see her family or something. And she's like, my baby doesn't even have any more Pampers. This is bullshit. I can't even feed my baby.
And the convenience store on the train didn't have any?
No. They don't
sell
carry-
diapers.
They don't sell
Oh, they
diapers.
should. Babies use
Well, that's what
diapers.
she was saying. So anyway, people start getting mad, and then the conductor is constantly going in the PU, being like, every single time he just like sighs really long, like, I'm so sorry. This isn't our fault. The train. We're not inspectors and mechanics and shit. But then ignorant ass people behind me are like, well, they should know how to fix the train. But like, it's obviously not a simple problem. If a multi-million-dollar train that goes thousands of miles every day is breaking, it's not meant to do that. And the fucking conductor is supposed to punch tickets. He's not supposed to fucking fix trains.
Yeah.
So, and they already had Union Pacific like mechanics look at it and just say it was okay because they're like union workers. They don't give a shit. Yeah, fuck unions. No, I'm kidding. So, anyway, so we're fucking stuck here. They're getting mad and they start talking shit about Amtrak. And they're like, yeah, we're never riding Amtrak again because this must happen on every single
Amtrak
train.
fanboy. Ian?
Yeah, no, Amtrak does suck. But so this dude comes in, a car attendant, and they just start pouring their shit on him and like blaming him for everything.
It is his
like
fault.
blaming the flight attendant on an airplane for like the engines breaking.
For the plane crash.
Yeah, so
They like crawl out of the wreckage. It's your fault.
yeah, they're just like fucking giving him all this shit, and I feel so bad. I'm just listening to it, the whole thing, and I just start feeling like crap, just like, because all it is like negativity, and they start giving him all this shit, and then finally, we're there for like 3 hours, and the power starts going on and off, and we're in the middle of nowhere, and suddenly everybody loses their cell phone signals from the storm. Like, that's one of the nearby towers just stopped working because all of a sudden every single person lost coverage for like an hour. And people start freaking out, and then this old lady in the same car gets up, and she goes to the attendant guy while they're all giving him shit, and she's like, what would you do if there was a medical emergency? And he's like, kind of gives her a blank stare, and he's like, well, we're all trained in first aid, and we have a defibrillator. And she goes, nothing would happen. You're unprepared. And she starts screaming at him like this stupid old bitch, and she's freaking out because and there's nothing wrong. No one's dying, and even if someone was, they could just call fucking 911, and they would like fly a chopper out, and we're not in the middle of nowhere.
She was white, right?
Yeah. We're in the middle. We're not like in.
That's
Yeah, we're not in the.
Was she
des-
rich?
No, she was walking around.
She was
She was walking around in her socks the whole time. Actually.
And her socks?
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
that's comfortable as hell.
I know, but it was
Better
just funny. Anyway, so this fucking people start freaking out at this attendant, and then things start to calm down for a little bit, but they keep muttering to each other, and I'm just starting to like feel
planning
like
mutiny, and they're gonna take over the train.
I seriously
Right.
started
How
thinking.
do we do?
No, I could tell. I'm like, things are gonna get bad. Because when I say shouting, I mean like they were just like being confrontational. But I knew that shit was gonna happen. So I get up, and we've been here for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I go to the lounge car, which is right in front of it, and I sit down. There's this hipster type dude who's like a hiker who's going to New Mexico, and I talked to him for like an hour. He's really cool. Two older guys who are retired, who are just like on trips with their families. And then one guy who was like in the army or something, who was just trying to get to his family, and he lives like an hour and a half from where we're stuck. And we just start talking. We all agree that everyone else is assholes, and we spend the whole time talking about how stupid all the other people are, like, yeah, and stuff. So we're just having a good time. And then finally the train starts to get moving, and the conductor comes in, and he's covered in dirt and grease and shit, and he's been physically under the train duct taping parts of the fucking brakes. And literally, we like as a joke, we said, you used up all your duct tape yet? And he actually was like, dude, you don't have any fucking idea. And so he's like starts walking back to the coach. He's like, we're gonna get moving in a second. And the army guy says to him, take a deep breath, dude. And he's like, he just looks at him and says, story of my fucking life. And just like just like that. And he walks over to the coach, and he gets to the door, like the door opens, and the baby mama lady and the old lady start screaming at him, just like fucking right out there, and they're straight up shouting like, "This is all your fault. We're stuck in the middle. No, we're all gonna die." And they start freaking out at this dude, and it felt so bad for him. And we're still stuck there, and the train doesn't start moving another half an hour, and then the fucking old lady who's freaking out medical emergencies calls 911 for no reason. She goes up to the army guy who I was talking with, and he goes into the dining car, starts shouting at the conductor again. And she doesn't have any coverage, but he has coverage now. So she makes him use his phone to call 911. And she starts like telling him to tell the 911 operator that we're all stranded and stuff. And I wasn't there for this. I could see it happening, but I couldn't hear it. So I had him just tell me everything when he came back. So he says that he just called 911, and he was like, yeah, we're stuck on a train, but no one's hurt.
Need a SWAT team.
We're just kind of stuck, but no one's hurt. And the 911 operator was like, well, good. I mean, because we're not gonna help you anyway, because there's a blackout going on, and we're getting calls left and right. So I mean, you guys are stuck. So all right, bye. And then the lady just like started freaking out and having like a massive anxiety attack, but she wasn't like being like a panic confused old lady. She was just mad for no reason. She just wanted to bitch at people. And then she finally just gave up and stormed back into the coach. And then we started moving again, and things calmed down, but I just stayed in the lounge for like the next 2 hours talking to these guys. And I wound up just like talking about life with the hitchhiker dude, and he went on like a rant about how amazing Elon Musk is. He was like, dude, Elon Musk is like the fucking best. And he said fuck after every word like I do, and I could tell it was making one of the retired guys a little uncomfortable because he was just like this nice old man. He just kind of like stared at the floor the whole time. So he was nodding, but his smile was like slowly dissipating every time he said fuck. And it made him look yeah. But anyway, so I just like talked with him about life choices and shit. And stuff like that, and then while we were talking, the train goes and we stopped again after about an hour of being on the road, and we're like, oh fuck, we're done again. But it was like totally minor. We got moving again like 15 minutes later, and it never happened again the rest of the night. But when it happened that final time, within like 10 seconds of us coming to a complete stop, stupid old bitch lady comes up out of the coach, comes storming down into the lounge car, arms
drive the train herself
with her phone, and she's like, "Where's the captain?" Just like she forgot she was on a train and not a plane. She's like, "Where's the captain?" We're like, we just like looked at her and said, "Conductor."
No, Diana Troy's mom.
Oh, yeah.
And we just like, she's just like running down. She's like, "Where's the captain?" We're like, "Conductor," and she's like, "I'm conductor," and we're like, "I don't know." And then she's like, "Are we stopped again?" As if she can't fucking look out the window and figure it out or feel the motion. She's like, "Are we stopped again?" Like we're responsible. And she's like, and the hipster guy, his name is Chris. Chris is just like, yeah,
Hey, Chris.
Hi Chris.
If you're listening, we like you.
He just shrugs and goes, yeah. And then she's like, why? And he's like, it's been happening all night, man.
Train needs a rest.
Shouldn't be a surprise. And she's like, well, it's unacceptable. And he just looks at her and he goes, do you have somewhere to be? Like it's fucking 1 a.m. Everyone on the train is accepted that we're not gonna get anywhere on time. The train is literally 6 hours late. And he's like, do you have somewhere to be? And she's like, well, I did. Obviously, you don't, which is like an obvious comment on the fact he's like a hipster, because he has this giant 2-pronged beard and like this thing. He's super cool, but he's a total hipster.
Hey, I just noticed you shaved your mustache.
Yeah. So she's like, obviously you don't. He's like, you look a little stressed, and she's like, and she just like grunted at us and stormed off into the dining car again. And then we got moving and talking about life, and then I went back and tried to sleep. And
then I got up at 5 in the morning to pick you up.
Yeah, and then we got off. We finally pulled into San Antonio at 6:55. The train was supposed to arrive at 9:55 the night before, so we were 9 hours late. And we pulled in, and I got off the train. And as we were getting off, the conductor, still with dirt and shit on his shirt, was walking by, and his bags under his eyes and all this shit. And all I did was I was like, dude, thank you so much for all the shit you did last night. And he was like, thanks, man, and just like went off to his hotel. And then I went off and
committed suicide.
Yeah, and I forgot the other shit that happened. Then, amidst all this, there were 4 potheads on board. From Austin, of course. And I'm not kidding. That's where they got off. They got off in Austin, and no one was surprised. Of course, I was like half asleep, but I just saw them walking past me. So 4 potheads were on board, and I could hear them talking about their pot, just like in front of everybody. Like they're fucking like. They weren't talking about like, oh yeah, we smoke or something. Like they just like were talking about where they get their stash. So this just walking by me, he's like, yeah, my supplier in Seattle just texted me, and then the dude next to him was
Seattle. That's so far away.
I know, it was retarded. They're fucking buying overpriced weed from across the country, which is retarded. And to begin with, but these idiots are like, yeah, I just says it out loud in front of like all these people in my coach, and then the dude he was with just was like, dude, can you like quiet down? He just like awkwardly looks around and goes, oh, and just like walks on. And then at one point, while we were stopped and stuck, and I had yet to leave for the lounge, this is while the mutiny was still growing, this black lady who I hadn't seen the entire time, comes walking out of the lounge car, and she says, man, it smells like weed in here, what the fuck? And I was like, what? Because I just didn't notice, because I'd been in the car the whole time, so I must have been desensitized, but apparently it did, because I couldn't tell the whole time, but I did notice it smelled really fucking weird when I came in after I'd been in the lounge for 3 hours. But yeah, so they were rolling in the back. They weren't lighting up, but they just had it out in the back of my car and were like rolling and hope no one would notice. And the conductor had so much shit that night. He was really cool about it though, because he could have been an asshole and called the cops, because we were stuck. Yeah. So he could have easily just called the cops.
Just imagine a cop car like trying to chase down.
Yeah.
They start shooting at him.
Yeah. But he could have been an asshole about it and had them arrested, but he didn't, because that would be fucking stupid. So he just went back there, and I wasn't there for this, but Chris was, and Chris was like, he told me the whole thing.
Talk about you, Chris.
Yeah, he just walked up to him. He actually gave me his card, so I'm like I can like friend him on Facebook.
He has his card?
Yeah, he has a card because he's raising money. He's doing a through hike from New Mexico to Canada. He's raising money for like a soup kitchen or something in Massachusetts. Oh. So yeah,
sounds about right.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's telling me he was like right next to them, and he said that the conductor just came up and like looked at them and went, "I'm not fucking stupid. You can put your shit away, or I can kick you off at the next station. And I'm not fucking around." And they were like, okay. And then they didn't mess with him the rest of the night.
What about the mystery smoker?
Oh yeah, and then there was a mystery smoker, which I think was one of them. Chris says they were just vaping, but it didn't, unless they were using like nicotine vaping.
Well, nicotine vaping doesn't smell like tobacco smoke.
No, it smelled like it was cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
So some asshole just couldn't take, it was jonesing or something.
It was that little old lady that actually.
I bet it was. She smelled like smoke. It had to have been her. She smelled.
She had a carton in her socks.
That's why she was so angry she couldn't get her smoke. She was like.
I wouldn't be surprised, dude. She smelled like, she just smelled like a smoker,
like
and she looked like, dude.
Smoke.
Yeah, she looked like a smoker. She smelled like it was probably her, but some asshole, probably her, went down into the fucking bathroom, I'm sure, and fucking lit up a cigarette down there, and everybody for like 3 cars worth could smell it. And the conductor got on the PA, and this was within like half an hour of our stopping, so shit hadn't even gotten bad yet. And he just got on the PA and said, "Look," like fucking angry ass tone. When you bought it, he just said, "Whoever you are, I know it's been a long night, but when you bought that ticket, you agreed not to smoke on this train, and if you do that again, I will throw you off at the next stop. Do not mess with me." And just like hung it up. So it was crazy, and I got like an hour and a half of sleep after we got rolling again. And I got woken up like 4 times because every station stop, they got to make sure that people get off and stuff, so the car attendants come by and tap people while they're sleeping. but I didn't have. You're supposed to have like a paper above your seat with like your stop written on it.
Some little sneaky kid switches all of them.
No, I just didn't have one for some reason. Like they forgot to give me one when I got on in Dallas. So at Austin and San Antonio, both I was woken up like 2 or 3 times, both times, and I just started getting mad almost because like first car attendant comes up and pokes me. And he's like, "You getting off at Austin?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "Okay, sorry." And then the conductor comes up, he pokes me. "You getting off at Austin?"
with
No.
this big greasy finger.
Yeah, and then the dude in the seat in front of me comes over and he thinks I'm his friend. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, dude." I was just like,
friend. Oh.
yeah, I didn't even open my eyes. I just went, "It's okay." I just went back to sleep. And then we got to San Antonio and the car attendant like pokes me really hard for some reason. And I'm like, "Ugh, what?" And I actually said what, and he was like, "You getting off San Antonio?" He's like, oh yeah, and I'd like try to put my shoes on. Anyway.
And did where you poked and you woke up and it said tooth fairy? It's like, oh, sorry.
Anyway, so that was my long ass night, and
Remember when you and Mason tried scaring me when I first moved to my apartment by bursting through my door?
Oh yeah, we have to like wear the cops.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember I was dead asleep, and all of a sudden I hear my door burst open and go, "Ah!" And you both jumped on my bed on top of me.
Yeah,
And next thing
I
I know,
Oh
next thing I know,
yeah.
I'm waking up, you're in a headlock, and Mason's just rolling on the bed next to me, like, "Yeah." What's going on? God damn it, dude.
Yep. But anyways, it's been an hour and a half.
By the way, what time is it?
Sponsored by Amtrak.
Yeah.
It's 12:36.
Give us all your money so the government will stop subsidizing.
That was After Dark.
Yeah. Once again.
We talk about childhood experiences in trains.
It's called After Dark because a lot of this childhood experience didn't go well for me.
Yeah.
I think it's called After Dark because it's nighttime right now.
He still
Oh
has.
yeah, that too.
I gotta get up at 6 tomorrow.
I
That
gotta
sucks.
get up at whenever I feel like it.
Same here.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta go to manual labor at 11 in the morning.
That sucks.
Oh, 11, man. I
But
could
anyways,
never
yes.
do a job
Thanks
at
for
11.
taking a listen.
For
This has been Joel, aka Randy S.
It's been Harlan, or Very New One, or Ferris 2.
It's been Austin or Blood Bowl.
It's been Ian or Hematoma Falafel Patrol.
It's Tyler or Coco.
this is yours, baby Jules.
Okay.
Yeah, spelled with 3.
Audible.com has 180,000 books.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. I just hit the mic.
Sponsor us!
Bye.
Sponsor us, man!